All right. Good day, everyone. Today is December 2nd, 2021. You are in the 411 Sports World Show, Crossing the Lines edition with none other than Mr. 411 and the calculator. What's going on, calculator?
Greetings and salutations once again, Mr. 411. How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Man, I'm excited. Football is really in full swing. And unfortunately for the college football scene, it's starting to wind down a little bit,
Mm.
but the action is still hot and heavy because bowl season is now upon us. And right before bowl season are the conference championship games. So that's a huge, and those games have a huge impact on who's going to match up in those in the bowl season. So you got a lot of people out here. They follow us on Thursdays. Um, and again, welcome everybody. And they need to find ways to fatten their pocket calculator, and
Hmm.
that's why you are here. You are here to assist with that.
That's
And
right.
so we're gonna have your matchups. I believe you have seven today, right? In
Yes,
the
sir.
NCAA. Okay, in the NCAA realm, seven quality matchups. And ladies and gentlemen, get ready, get your pen and paper out, and hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, and get ready to be entertained by the calculator with his NCAA picks for this upcoming weekend. All right. Well, before we get into that, as you heard, just a minute ago, was just giving you that cue, ladies and gentlemen, to do the following for us. We need you to do the following three things so you can stay in the know.
Yes, got to kick it, got to click notify so that you can, try and get the early lines before they change.
Absolutely. And before we do anything else, we want you to see our jingle. So here it is. All right, calculator, let's get it in. Your first matchup.
Yes, sir. Well, with the championship, this being championship weekend, we really don't have a lot of matchups to choose from. So we are going to, you got to take what you're given. But I kind of like a lot of these matchups of how they're looking, and I'm giving you two Friday picks, so we can get some early action on a Friday. Get your feet wet. So, but the first one, we're going to go to this Conference USA Championship. It's
Okay.
a rematch of Dr. Sax's favorite team, the
Uh
Western
oh.
Kentucky Hilltoppers,
Yes.
versus the UTSA Roadrunners. And hey, anytime I talk to Dr. Sax, I like the info he drops on me, right? And yes, as you can see, I am going with the Hilltoppers and Dr. Sax's team on Friday night. Hey, you might be saying, calculator, calculator. UTSA already played Western Kentucky at Western Kentucky and beat them by
Right.
6 points. And I'll say, yeah, you're correct. But let me tell you, since that game, the Hilltoppers D has taken a 180-degree turn since that loss. In fact, they've held their last seven opponents to 21 points or less, while on the other side, their air raid offense is clicking on all cylinders behind the red hot Bailey Zappi, who just happens to be within reach of the FBS record for TDs thrown in a season. Hey, that right there is why I am bucking the trend. I'm taking that last game, throwing it out. Western Hilltoppers have made the proper adjustments. I'm going with the rolling hot hand here and hope Zap leaves us happy. I'm taking the Western Kentucky, not just to win, but heck, they're even favored if you look at it. Favored by 2.5. I think they're going to cover the 2.5. I think the
Yes, sir.
Western Kentucky are just they're red hot, and I think they're going to be able to take this game.
All right. It's exciting. I know Dr. Sachs would love that. Professor
Yes,
Sachs, excuse
that's
me.
right. So hey, and then while you're watching that, you can flip over to another game, to the Pac-12 championship game. Yeah, it happens to be, this is the one of the major Power Five conference championship games that are on a Friday night. Kind of get all to itself, so to speak. And then it's in Las Vegas, and we have the Oregon Ducks at Utah Utes. You can say, oh my gosh, the calculator's going with Oregon plus 3.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Hey, Smelly line alert. I'm bringing out the smelly line on this one. The Utes smashed Oregon by 31 points just 2 weeks ago to crush their playoff dreams, right? So they shouldn't have any problem just covering 3 points in Las Vegas Friday night, right? I don't think so, my friend. First, let's take in count that Utah won't have the lovely benefits of Rice Eccles Stadium for this rematch, which means no elevation advantage and no edge when it comes to crowd noise. That's important because in 6 home games this season, the Utes went 6-0 straight up and 3-3 against the spread while surrendering an average of just 15.8 points per game. The road, however, was not so kind to Kyle Whittingham's program, where Utah went 3-3 straight up and 2-4 against the spread and permitted an average of 27.1 points per contest. Oregon will make adjustments while Utah will likely try to do the exact same thing it did 2 weeks ago. And I think that in itself is another advantage to the Ducks. This line should be a pick 'em, in my opinion. So if that's the case, I'm taking the team that's getting the points on what I see as an even matchup. So take Oregon, take the field goal, click that notify button because that line could change towards a pick 'em as betting goes on. So yes, I'm taking the Ducks plus the 3 points.
Okay. Take the Ducks. Quack quack.
Yes, sir.
Calculator. Is it that time already?
It is. That time got to get it early on a Saturday, Mr. 411.
I
Early on a
mean,
Saturday.
but calculator, is it that time? You know
It
what?
is
You
that.
know what I'm getting at,
I
calculator.
know exactly. That's why I said let's do it early.
All right. I mean, at noon, calculator. All
Noon.
right. Come on now. Is that time?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Well,
right.
Mr. 411, this game that we're going to be talking about, one of the teams that we're going to be betting against was very profitable early in the season, and I kind of laid off of them because they started showing improvements. Right? It's the Kent State Golden Flashes versus the Northern Illinois Huskies. We've been fading Northern Illinois pretty much
All year.
every game early on in the season
Yeah.
after their upset at Georgia Tech, right? So, but then it's like, okay, well, they started showing improvement. So I said, I'm going to back off and see how it is. And I'm so glad they turned it around. Hey, they've become a nice story. They've gone from worst to first in the MAC West after an 0-6 campaign in 2020. But hey, how good are the Huskies this year? They have 7 wins by one score, including 3 by 1 point. And a defense is statistically among the nation's worst. You may say, calculator. The Huskies quarterback, Rocky Lombardi, is expected to return from injury. He torched Kent State defense in the regular season thriller that featured 90 combined points. And I'll say, hey, you're right. But guess what? The Golden Flashes still won that game too. Yes, I expect the powerful offense of the Kent State Golden Flashes to have similar ease in the rematch. And the numbers show that NIU's fortunate their fortune is going to run out based on all the underlying numbers. I think Kent takes advantage of the speed on the turf and ideal conditions and covers such a short number. Anything under the 7, I think you're safe taking the Kent State Golden Flashes. They're going to win the MAC championship by more than 3 points. Take Kent State, give up 3.
All right.
Jackpot,
There you
baby.
go. Jackpot. We love those jackpots, calculator.
Yes, sir.
We love them. And you know what else? You know who else we love? Take a wild guess, calculator.
Oh, our sponsor?
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our sponsor, Heavenly Spa Mobile.
Yes,
We
sir.
definitely, all right, 2484 Ingleside Avenue, as you can see across the bottom of the screen there. Building A, Suite 101A, Macon, Georgia, 31204. Latanya can be reached at 4787 479231. That's 4787 479231. Heavenly Spa Mobile, where relaxation is the key.
Is key.
It is key. Tell them again, Latanya.
Hi, I'm Latanya with Heavenly Spa Mobile. I'm a licensed massage therapist and owner. I've been practicing 18 years. If you're in need of any stress relief, tension, muscle, body aches, or just want to relax, you need to get yourself a massage. And please come check me out again at Heavenly Spa Mobile. I'm located at 2484 Ingleside Avenue. And I can be reached at 478-747-9231. Or you may go online to heavenlyspamobile.com. I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Well, we thank Latanya and Heavenly Spot Mobile for supporting 401 Sports World show, the Sports Brothers, and everything else in between. And calculator. Ladies and gentlemen, take advantage of this. Take advantage of that intro special. Look at the top there, $70 intro special. So if you have not visited Heavenly Spa Mobile, please contact Latanya and take advantage of the intro special. It's just $70. And as Kakala always says, it's not just an hour, it lasts more than an hour.
Yes, sir. Last all week.
Can't beat that. And
Mhm.
also, best of the best, Heavenly Spa Mobile. And congratulations to Heavenly Spa Mobile as being the best of Georgia nominee.
And you know, Mr. 411, there's two ways to relieve stress. One is exercise, and the other is a massage. Which one
Yes.
do you want to do?
I want the latter of the two.
Yes, sir. They say, work smarter, not harder, my friend.
Exactly. And I want to do that. And if
Yeah,
I could be a first time client over and over and over again to take advantage of that special, I
absolutely.
would do that.
Yes.
You know, if I can clone myself, I would definitely take advantage of that calculator.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Back to the football. All right. Looks like you have a matchup between University of Houston and Cincinnati. Am I correct?
No, no. The one, well, that is one of our matchups, but I want to go to the Utah State Aggies, San
Okay.
Diego State assets. We're going to save the Cincinnati for a little bit
We can
later
do
because
that.
that's a
I'm gonna go out
nice
west. All
matchup.
right, let's go.
Yeah, we'll go to the Mountain West. We'll get a little 3 p.m. action. Again, get us pumped up, get us ready for the Houston game to come up. But yes, I love this matchup, and I'll tell you why. Hey, Utah State has been maddening this year from a betting perspective. On one hand, the Aggies seem like easy money because expectations were extremely low to start the season, and they have covered 67% of their
Mhm.
games, which is 10th in the FBS. But they are capable of massive underachievement in any given week. Utah State's total reliance on explosive plays on offense and total lack of efficiency, they make the Aggies an all or nothing proposition. They've averaged 38.4 points in 9 wins, 13.3 in 3 losses. In their last 3 games, they've overachieved the spread by 35.5 points, underachieving by 32.5, and overachieved by 9.5. But always, but hey, Mr. Foreman, what have we preached? Matchups. And even though Utah State currently ranks 15th in the country in passing offense, the bad news is that San Diego State is exceptional at defending the pass, especially the big passing plays. The Aztecs enter Saturday's conference championship game ranked ninth in the nation in opponent yards per pass attempt at 6.07. Hey, let's just go 2 weeks ago. There's a similar opponent Utah State played in Wyoming, right? Wyoming
Right.
went up to Utah State, 6 point underdogs. And what did we? We had the podcast. We had to back it up. We said take Wyoming because it is a matchup nightmare for Utah State. And guess what? Utah State lost to Wyoming 44-17. Hey, throw in the fact that the Aztecs ranked top 9 in both scoring defense and opponent yards per play. This could get messy in Carson on Saturday. Hey, I think the Aztecs win double digits in this one, so I have no trouble giving up just 6 points in this one. Hey, if you just need like I said, Wyoming is a similar team to San Diego. Don't do much, but they can defend the pass and score every now and then. And that's exactly why I think San Diego State's going to take advantage of that mismatch.
All right. All right. Take the Aztecs there. All right. I'm good with that one, calculator. All right. Where to next?
Oh, SEC, my friend. Hey,
The
got to
big
talk about
one.
hey, this is my conference, Mr. 411. I love hey, and if you listen to our podcast, what did I say on the very first podcast? We said Georgia, you need to bet on Georgia. This was Georgia's year, right? We said at the time, if you look at the podcast, they were plus 750 to win a national championship. I said those are great odds because you know what? You actually have to pay up to get them now. I think it's like minus 200 now for them to win a
Right.
national championship. Hey, that's why hey, again, notify us so that you can get up early before lines and future odds change for you. But hey, this is the SEC championship. These are two big dogs. These are the teams that were favored to win it all, right? Hey, if everyone might be wondering how Alabama's offensive line is going to give quarterback Bryce Young the time he needs to play on a consistent basis against this nasty Georgia defense that ranks first nationally in both scoring at 6.9 per game and opponent yards per play. Hey, call it recency bias if you want, but the Crimson's Tide has struggled away from Bryant Denny Stadium all season. Hey, they just beat a bad Florida outfit by just 2 points. They lost outright at Texas A&M, and they had to catch a miracle at Auburn to survive the overtime loss on Saturday. Listen, UGA knows they are in the playoff. Bama knows that if they lose, they're out. Motivation could come into play, right? Also, Stetson Bennett has not been tested all season, and when your best win is against the likes of Kentucky, Arkansas,
Yep.
I think Alabama's defense is going to keep this game close. And also, Georgia has not had to play a team with the offensive players Bama can put out on the field. Hey, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm telling you, I like not only Alabama to cover the 6.5. When's the last time Alabama's gotten this many points? It's been a long time. So I'm going to take advantage. Give me those 6.5 points. But hey, I'll be right here and I'll say I'm taking Alabama to win straight up. I think Alabama wins, and I think the worst thing that could happen to a team like Michigan is if Alabama wins. And the reason I say that is because Michigan wants no part of the Georgia Bulldogs. If Georgia falls to a number 3 seed and Michigan's at number 2, Georgia will crush Michigan because it's just a mismatch. Because you can't run on Georgia. But hey, we'll save that for a future podcast. Let's let Alabama see if they can take care of business first before we start projecting the playoffs.
Yeah, it's getting interesting though. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of
I always,
scenarios,
hey,
a lot of ways to go.
I always like to look ahead sometimes, and I like to get ahead myself. But hey, we'll see. And I think the Tide rolls in this one. I really do. I think Saban always. And when you give Saban that many points,
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time he hasn't covered when he's gotten that many points, and he don't get
Yeah.
a points a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of keys that you mentioned there, like who did Georgia, really who do they face throughout the season
Yeah,
that's even at the
look at
level of Alabama. You know what I
look at
mean?
all the offenses and we know Bama's going to be the best defense that Georgia has faced up to this point. But Georgia has had that the reason that defense has been so good is they've been able to play teams that try to rely on the run to set up the pass. Well, you can't run, so you're not going to set up the pass. Well, Bama don't need to run to set up the pass. They prefer to pass, and they got as usual, three NFL receivers on the team.
Yeah.
And Bryson Young, he showed when he gets in rhythm, you give him time, he can make you pay. Just look at that last drive at Auburn when he took Alabama straight down the field to score the touchdown to make it go to overtime.
And
Another
man,
thing, another thing to
go
keep
ahead.
in mind, I like Alabama's kicker better than the Georgia kicker. The Georgia kicker's been hit or miss since Blankenship left. So hey, Alabama, their guy, he shows he can make big kicks, especially when it was in that Auburn game. He needed to hit the big kicks, and he did.
All right. Okay. All right. That's a huge matchup calculator. So many scenarios can fall based on that game. So, that Saturday afternoon tilt between Alabama and Georgia is going to have tons of implications on the college football
Yeah, it's gonna be like a
playoff.
house of cards. Whatever happens in that game is going to decide a lot in the playoffs.
Absolutely. All right. Well, another game that has implications.
Yep. This is that Houston Cincinnati matchup we were talking about. Hey, all praise to Luke Fickell and his 12-0 record against the Bearcats. Hey, in my opinion, they've overachieved this season. But I see value going the other way here. Yes, Cincy actually opened up at 12-point favorite. Even the calculator couldn't get in on that 12 number because it was bet down to 10.5 within the first 30 minutes, right? And for good reason. Houston is legit. After falling in the season opener to Texas Tech, Dana Holgenson's squad has 11 straight victories and they've been winning them by an average of 22.1 points per game. They have a top 10 scoring offense, a top 20 scoring defense. All the pressure in the world is going to be on Cincinnati's shoulder this Saturday. Pressure to go undefeated, pressure to make the college playoffs. Houston is coming in loose and free. Yes, I think Cincinnati wins, but I'm taking double digits if you're going to give it to me for a team that is very good and looking for an upset. So, hey, I'm taking Houston. Yes, I do. Again, I'll say it again. I think Cincinnati wins, but I think it's a close game. So take the 10.5 points on this one.
Oh yeah, yep. All right, can't wait for that one either. I'm excited for a lot of these matchups this weekend. Calculator.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, man, this show is just flying by, man.
I
But
know.
we're not done yet, though. We're
No,
not
we got
done
one more. We
yet.
got. Hey, we got to give our people a nightcap so that they can, finish off their night, hopefully happy. If what happens is what I think is going to happen. And
All
hey,
right.
look no further than the Big Ten championship. 8 o'clock. Hey, we've been pretty good on actually picking Big Ten games this year, so that's why I had to get them in there because I feel I got a pretty good beat on this. And I'll tell you right, listen, the betting public, they're going to be heavy on Michigan after watching Michigan dismantle Ohio State last Saturday. So I believe there's some value in fading that excitement. Backing Iowa, yes, it means a couple things. It means you get 10.5 points in a game bookmakers have priced at just a low scoring game. 43.5 points is the over under. And a defense that ranks top 9 nationally in both scoring and opponents' yards per play. As well as we talk about matchups, Iowa is 14th against the run. That is their strength. And Michigan, that's their bread and butter on offense. We saw that when Michigan tried to do that against Rutgers. A team not even close to Iowa. They struggled when the Rutgers was able to stop the run. And that's what Iowa, they're going to sell out to stop the run. Yes, I also think there's going to be a little hangover effect from that emotional win against Ohio State. Hey, remember, this game isn't in the big house this weekend. So there is no big, huge home field advantage. It's in Indianapolis, and I really like Iowa in this spot. Low expectations, kind of like Houston, coming in underappreciated. Michigan, big bad boys. I think Iowa knows how to play Big Ten football. Stop the run, make you beat them with the pass. No home field advantage for Michigan for the young quarterback to take advantage, in my opinion. But hey, if Michigan wins, that's fine. Just I don't think they're going to win by 10.5 points. So take the Iowa Buckeyes, another 10.5. Man, I'm getting all these 10.5 spreads.
I see.
I'll take
Getting
all these
points.
points. That's right.
I mean, getting all kind of points here. What's the
Mm-hmm.
point? All
Yes,
right,
sir.
getting a lot of points, man. And so yeah, Iowa. It's going to be another good matchup. I think it's going to be hard hitting. And Iowa, they're number 13 currently, but at one point in time, they were much higher earlier in the season, right? In the
They were actually
rankings. So
number 3 before their first loss of the season.
right. So this is definitely not a pushover matchup. And
No.
I still watch wrestling and everything. And Big E Langston, the WWE champion, Universal champion. I mean, sorry, WWE champion. And you know, he played at Iowa. And so
Okay.
he's gonna have a lot to say about this matchup as well. I think they'll have him on some shows coming up. But so don't count Iowa out. Iowa can get it done here. They can cover. Calculator. You know
Yes,
what
sir.
we have. You know what we have to do. We got to thank everybody for
Yes,
tuning
sir.
in. Thank everybody for watching. And remember, we wanted to get this out to everybody so that you can have that time to go ahead and get your picks in. Go ahead and get it all taken care of before the lines change.
We don't.
So that's why
Those lines move like crazy.
they do, and that's why we want you to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification
Notify.
so you can stay in the know. And another reason why you need to hit the notification, this is hot off the presses. We have NFL Pick'em show that will
Yep.
begin today
Hmm.
in a matter of minutes.
Yes,
So we
sir.
want you to get ready. And the way to be up to date on things like that is to hit that notification
Yeah.
button.
And Mr. 411,
Yes,
we are
sir.
going to talk a little math when we do the NFL Pick'em show, but don't be scared. Just take what we say the math backs up and just take the pick.
Absolutely.
Leave the math to
Absolutely.
us.
That's right. And you can catch this show here, Crossing the Lines. You can catch this show on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on YouTube. And where else can you find us, Calculator?
Zingo TV, Mr. 411.
Absolutely. That's Zingo TV. We thank Zingo TV. We thank ZingoTV.com. You can download Zingo TV app. You can catch us there. You can also find Zingo TV on YouTube, actually under Blackjack TV, because we're also on their YouTube page. So we're a little bit everywhere. Calculator. You can even find us on Twitter and Facebook at times. So but the main thing, the main source is come to YouTube. Hit that like, notify, and subscribe for
Subscribe.
us. All right. We thank everybody for watching. Get ready. The NFL Pick'em is about to begin in a few minutes. Give you enough time to get you some water, take you in a little protein shake, whatever you like, and come back, have your pen and paper ready to go. And so you better take care of your NFL selections. Also, later on tonight, catch Zach and catch Mr. 411 on the Sports Brothers show. That
Oh,
will
Mr.
be
411. Don't
yes,
tell Zach
sir.
that I'm picking against his Bulldogs tonight, all right? Just
Well, I'm gonna tell you now, Zach is already watching. So
I know he is.
yeah, so he's probably rolling around right now and
Okay.
chomping at the bit. But he'll have a lot to say tonight, though.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. He'll have a lot to say later on tonight. He hit that notification button, so he's
Yeah.
he's getting
Yeah.
this right now as we speak. Matter of
Oh
fact,
boy.
I think I'm being alerted now of some things. So yeah, but yeah, it's a big one down here in the South.
Yeah,
It's a big matchup there. So,
absolutely.
but yeah, we thank everybody for watching and listening, and we appreciate everyone. We will see you real soon. For the calculator, I am Mr. 411, and we out of here.
Good night, everyone.